parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Ladies, have a seat, please.
Mr. Caroselli, according to what I've read in your complaint, you responded to an eBay sale of a jet ski.
Yes, ma'am.
That was placed by Mr. Brame. And you traveled to where he was, you purchased it, and when you got the jet ski home, you had it examined by someone who told you that it was not functioning. It had been immersed in water and it was not usable. You then stopped payment on the check that you gave to Mr. Brame. Mr. Brame subsequently contacted the authorities. You were arrested, and you made an agreement that you would pay out the $1,700 or the $1,800 that you had agreed to pay because it was under threat of going to jail. Now you want that money back, plus punitive damages because you say you still can't use the jet ski. In addition, according to you, Mr. Brame didn't even have title to the jet ski, which he couldn't pass on to you, and you still don't have the title.
That's correct.
Mr. Brame says you're the scam artist. Okay, so may I see the ad that you answered, please, sir?
Your Honor, I'm not sure if it gave you...
You want to take a look at this and see?
I was just wanting to... I knew how many pages there were, and you don't have them all.
May I see what you have?
Mine are also in color that show the damages pretty well to the jet ski.
Okay. Let me tell you what I see here, Mr. Caroselli, before we get going. According to your complaint, let me see if I can find your exact words. This vehicle I paid over $1,800 for, according to you, quote, was virtually worthless and would cost over $1,800 to bring up to running condition. The eBay notice said the engine was in perfect condition and looked like new. That's what you say. But that's not true, sir. Let's look at the documents that you gave me. The first thing it says here, this item is being sold for a friend.
Yes, ma'am.
So that would have given me cause to pause right away. Why isn't the friend selling it? Why is he selling it? So you knew immediately, based upon this, that he was not the owner. Then you say that it was in like-new condition, looked like new, the engine was new, but that's not what it says, sir. It says, and he clearly says, I've tried to show this thing in the worst and best condition. It was banged up against a dock, doesn't look good. He says, I have not heard the jet ski run. The battery is dead. The engine looks like new and is most likely in perfect condition, but there are no guarantees. That's very different from saying the engine is new.
Yes, ma'am.
What this man is saying to you, to a reasonable person, is, don't buy this jet ski. It's dead. I haven't heard it running. It probably is good. The engine looks good because it's clean, and there are no guarantees. So he sold this to you as is.
Yes, ma'am.
With that in mind, now you can tell me that when you got it home, what did you do?
First thing I did was bring it to a mechanic. And let me just back up by saying we talked about the condition of the jet ski. The body was understood. It was in physical bad condition. That wasn't in dispute. I wasn't...
I know we're not talking about that, sir. Just get over to the next point. The next point I made to you is sold with absolutely no guarantees. That's what he says here, and you purchased it that way. So you got it home, you had it looked at by a mechanic, and the mechanic said it's worthless. So what happened next?
Well, I brought it to the mechanic, and it wasn't that the engine was in bad shape. This apparently was underwater and sunk, which he did not tell me about. That was the basis.
Just a second. He said, I don't know anything about this jet ski. I'm selling it for a friend.
I understand that.
That's what this said.
This was somebody that he knew. He had information about the jet ski. I felt that selling something as is and that he didn't run it was different than knowing that the ski had been turned over and was submerged in water.
Now, do you have any proof that Mr. Brame knew? Stop playing with your paper, sir. It's irritating.
I'm sorry.
Knew that the jet ski had been submerged.
I don't have any personal knowledge of that other than when I opened up the compartment for the seat, the engine compartment was totally clean. It was coming from a friend of his. It was representing the jet ski.
No. He wasn't representing anything. My question to you is, do you have any proof that he knew that this jet ski had been submerged?
I don't have any personal knowledge of that, ma'am.
That's it. So what did you do?
I stopped payment on the check immediately because I figured he failed. He knew. My feeling was.
I don't care what you felt.
Okay?
I don't care what your feelings go elsewhere. This is a court.
I called him immediately to say that I'm stopping payment on the check because I brought it to the mechanic the next day. I called him that day and left him a message.
Okay.
And told him that the check was not going to clear. I was putting a stop payment. And what did he want to do?
He's lying, Your Honor.
Don't, Mr. Brame, don't speak.
I subsequently got the report from the mechanic.
I don't care what the report says.
And then I sent him an email to say, and I have the email that I sent him, saying, the ski is no good. It was full of water in the engine. You didn't tell me that. What do you want to do to pick it up? And he never responded to that email.
You mean you wanted him to come and pick it up?
I wanted him to contact me. He wasn't contacting me.
Did you say to him, you just said to come and pick it up?
That's what the email said. I wanted to evoke a response because he wasn't returning any of my phone calls.
Just a second. What you said to him in the email was, when are you going to come and pick it up? And how long a drive was it?
About 600 miles.
600 miles.
Yes,
So you
ma'am.
wanted him to come and pick up the jet ski?
I was willing to bring it back, but he was not.
Where did you tell him that in the email?
The email didn't say that. I figured he would now finally call me if he got this email.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So give
ma'am,
me
I
a
do.
reasonable answer, sir.
I'm giving you the truth.
No.
I'm telling you what
So
I
you
did.
lied in here.
I was not totally honest in that. You're correct.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Michael Caroselli says he was scammed on eBay by Mac Brame. Michael claims Mac sold him a jet ski that had been sunk.
You say that the ski can be picked up in Pineville, North Carolina at your convenience. It's about 500 miles away. This is non-negotiable, nor up for debate. That's what you said.
In the email,
okay.
yes.
Okay. Then you found out that he stopped payment on the check.
Yes.
And you contacted the authorities.
He did not.
Shh. What did you do?
First off, he never called me at all.
Okay.
I never got any correspondence in any kind of way as far as him saying.
You got the email.
Right, I got the email. At that point in time, I didn't know what to do. I didn't have a clue as to what my recourse should be
Let
at
me
that
have
point.
the name of the person, the name of the friend for whom you were selling the jet ski.
John.
John.
Who's not the owner.
Shh. Just a second.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want you to explain to me, Mr. Brame, how it came about that you got this jet ski from John.
He's been a friend for quite some years. He was opening a daycare in a local town. He was needing money. He was asking me to sell various items for him on eBay.
Why didn't he put the items up himself on eBay?
Okay, because on eBay, when you first begin to sell, you don't have any feedback. And feedback's a very important thing when you sell on eBay. It tells everyone out there if you're an honest person or a dishonest person. So when you first start selling, you have a big goose egg beside your name, which means no one knows anything about you. He asked me would I do it.
It doesn't sound like a very good friend to me, sir.
He is a good friend.
No. Good friend is not somebody that uses your good name. What he did was give you an item that caused you trouble.
Oh, it did, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And it gave you trouble because either he did not represent to you that it had been a salvaged vehicle.
It wasn't a salvaged vehicle.
And how do you know that, sir?
I have the title in my possession, and it's not a salvaged vehicle.
Submerged.
Okay. Most any jet ski, what knowledge I know of jet skis, and from my seeing people on them,
I'm not
often they're
interested.
submerged.
I'm not interested in what you think you know about jet skis, so you're not an expert on jet skis.
No, ma'am, I'm not.
I've seen them too. So, did you ever see to it that Mr. Caroselli got clear title to this jet ski?
No, ma'am. I have an email here from Mr. Caroselli when he would not let me come get it. He said the jet ski was gone.
Oh, can I see that,
He no
please?
longer had the jet ski.
Can I see that,
yes,
please?
ma'am.
What'd you do with the jet ski, sir?
I still have it.
Well, why did you tell him that you didn't? You said, sorry, it's gone now.
The state of South Carolina deemed that it was abandoned because he would not respond. I sent a letter to him.
No, but that's not what Mr. Caroselli. What you say
I was
here...
sitting at the mechanic. That time I was sitting at the mechanics.
I don't care if it's sitting at the mechanics, sir. Then you say it's at the mechanics. You don't say, sorry, it's gone now.
The state of South Carolina required me to get in touch with the registered owner in reference to the ski because he would not return calls. I couldn't return it to him.
Why don't you just say that here instead of saying it's gone now, Mr.
Still
Caroselli?
never called me at no
Mr.
point.
Caroselli, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So give
ma'am,
me
I
a
do.
reasonable answer, sir.
I'm giving you the truth.
No.
I'm telling you what
So
I
you
did.
lied in here.
It was I physically.
So you lied in here.
I didn't tell him the whole truth in that response.
You didn't tell him the truth.
He didn't respond at all.
You didn't tell him the truth.
No, I did. I was not totally honest in that. You're correct.
What do you want?
He also lied, and he PayPal'd us. It was an electronic form of payment. He PayPal'd us a $100 deposit for the jet ski to hold it until the next day when he could drive from South Carolina to Kentucky to pick up the jet ski. He informed PayPal that he did not receive the merchandise, so therefore he was able to get PayPal to give him his $100 deposit back because he lied to them and told
Show
them
me.
that he did not
Show me.
receive the merchandise.
Show me. Did you, in fact, Mr. Caroselli, notify PayPal that you did not receive the merchandise?
I don't recall what I said to PayPal,
have
that
it right here.
they refunded the $100.
He stated.
Just a second, I can read.
Okay.
Well, you did say in here, sir, the reason that you're stopping payment is that the seller has never delivered the goods, nor the title.
That is correct.
Well, he did deliver the goods. You did get the goods.
It was my belief that it wasn't what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
I was disputing the $100
All right.
deposit because it was all part of the transaction.
Ultimately, you contacted authorities because
Yes.
that's why he was arrested. Is that right?
That's correct.
And he paid you the money.
He paid me the money over several payments where he agreed with the county attorney to make these payments.
Okay. Now, what did you do with the money?
I gave it to Mr.
Your Honor, the check was made out to him. The sale was with him. He told me he was selling it for a friend who owned it. And when I got contacted by the county attorney, I had not heard one word from him since day one. I got contacted 6 weeks later saying they were coming to arrest me.
Mr. Brame, do you have the ability now, as we stand here today, to transfer title to Mr. Caroselli to this jet ski?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Show me.
This title has already been signed and notarized, which I had showed to Mr. Caroselli the day he came, and it's ready for the new owner's signature to be placed on the back.
When did you show this to him?
The day he was there, I made him a copy of it and gave it to him that day to show him that I indeed had the title and he had all the information.
Is that right, Mr. Caroselli?
He did show me that title.
So if he showed you the title, you were aware of the fact that the owner's name was...
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what you said was you went into the glove compartment of the jet ski and found paperwork. Let me
Yeah,
see if I
the
can-
registration.
You said, upon having the jet ski in my possession, I found the registration for the vehicle in the glove compartment. The defendant was not the registered owner. This was never disclosed in the original ad. That may be true, but that's sort of trying to mislead me, sir.
Michael Caroselli says fellow eBay user Mac Brame sold him a damaged jet ski.
So you were aware of the fact when you bought the jet ski that Mr. was the owner, not Mr. Brame.
Yes, I knew that. The point is, after I stopped payment on the check, there was nothing I could do with it anyway. Putting all this aside, I didn't have the title. I had a worthless jet ski. I'm calling him, sending him an email, whether it was fully disclosed or not. He never once got in touch with me, never picked up the phone. I had this thing sitting at the mechanic who I owed money to, and he never got in touch with me one time until I get a letter from a county attorney in the end of August, 6 weeks later, saying, Mr. Brame has now contacted my office. No police report. He never went to the sheriff's department. 6 weeks later, after he's done nothing to contact.
Your Honor, that's not true.
There's no reports in his area. He never
I don't
made
care
a
whether
report.
there's a report or not. You took 11 days to get back to me. This is your email to him. Sorry, it's gone now. Besides, you are not the registered owner anyway to have to claim it. What I'm suggesting to you, Mr. Caroselli, is I don't think you're a scam artist. I think you were really frustrated.
I was.
And you sent him an email, and you said to him in the email that you sent to him, the engine has been underwater, it's got sludge, it's got mud, you misrepresented. You can now come 500 miles and pick it up at the Friend in North Carolina. You can come here. This is non-negotiable or up for debate. You can either accept the ski or pick it up and pay to get it back. Call me Monday and let me know what you decide.
And he never called. I used wording
Just a
because
second.
I wanted to elicit a response from him.
he's
ma'am.
not a mind reader, sir. He's not Karnak.
he wasn't
You
returning-
did the wrong thing, Mr. Caroselli.
Your Honor, we did correspond with him. I have a copy of the email where we responded to him.
Can I
We
see
said
it?
at what address and phone number is the jet ski at. We were willing to drive
I
there
never
and
received
pay
an
that
email from them.
$100.
I never
Second.
received this email.
Just a second.
That's when you
Just a
responded
second.
to
This
us.
is July
Right.
24th. Oh, yeah, you received this email, sir, because the next day you responded. July 24th, they said, at what address and phone number is the jet ski?
Then I misspoke. Then I misspoke.
Yeah, you misspoke. On the next day, you say you took 11 days to get back to me. Sorry, it's gone now. Mr. Caroselli, unfortunately, sir, you bought yourself an as-is item.
Yes, ma'am.
And here's the title.
Your Honor.
It's signed over to you. It's been paid for.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
you have the title.
May I say?
Yes.
It's not even so much the jet ski. I understand with the jet ski, buyer beware and all that. The point is, after all this, the contact with the county attorney. None of this had to happen. This was all inappropriate. For 6 weeks, nothing happens. They don't go to the police. I don't get a call from the Kentucky State Police. I
He
get
did
a call.
receive this letter.
It's very important.
I got that letter from the county attorney saying that I've defrauded him because I've tried to deprive him of
Just a second. So you were contacted?
6 weeks later by the county attorney.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Just
yes,
a second. So what did you do when you received this?
I called the county attorney immediately to say, this is a civil matter. This is a dispute between two people. He was saying that I wrote him a bad check. This is an insufficient funds issue.
Listen to me, sir. Listen to me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You chose to put him in the position of having to be the active person, the person to go to court and sue you. That was your tactic.
Yes, ma'am.
And whatever emails that went back and forth, some of which I've alluded to
yes, ma'am.
here, he chose to call the county attorney and to say, listen, he now has my jet ski, and he says I have to come and get it 600 miles, and he now has the money. That's not fair. And the county attorney contacted you, and you said he's not getting his money, and he's not getting his jet ski. Listen to me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
What you're complaining about is not the title, because you have the title. But you're complaining about the fact that he waited 6 weeks. You're not paying attention, Mr. Karras. Are you a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Because you say something
Yeah,
here.
he told us he was.
Just a second. You say something
I
here.
wrote in the
Listen
email
to me. You wrote in the email. I had it confirmed by 2 different watercraft mechanics that without a doubt the ski was underwater and you failed to disclose it. Except this is true. I practice law as well. It is a violation of the law to sell a vehicle of any type without full disclosure. So you lied to him when you said to him.
I wanted to elicit a response.
Well, here's your response. You have the title, you have your jet ski, the rest of you.
Out of White versus Zeiss. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat.
Mrs. White, you weren't present on New Year's Eve when your son was injured, so I'm going to ask you to have a seat, and I'll get to you in a moment. Mr. White, it is your claim that Mr. Zeiss assaulted you last New Year's Eve.
Yes, ma'am.
And caused you some serious injury. You want him to pay for both your medical bills and your pain and suffering.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Zeiss says that you started this confrontation and that he was merely defending himself. That's your defense?
That's correct.
Okay. How old are you, Mr. Zeiss?
I'm 19.
How old are you?
17.
You go to school?
Yes.
What school?
Anderson High School.
And you, Mr. Zeiss?
I'm out of school.
Well, what do you do?
I work.
For whom?
A moving company.
How long have you been working for a moving company?
About a year.
You work full-time?
Yes.
Did you know each other prior to New Year's Eve?
Yes, Your Honor.
From where?
I just know who he is. We weren't friends or anything.
Where did this happen?
It first started off at my friend Greg's parents' house on New Year's Eve. During the day, we were over at his house just getting ready to go down to his apartment when the defendant and his witness showed up. They began asking for money to assume to go
Just a second. Don't assume anything.
Okay.
Who was asking for money?
The defendant and his witness.
Both of them?
Yes.
Let the record reflect that the witness is shaking his head yes, that they were asking for money. No. That's very good. That's interesting. Did they say what they wanted money for?
No, they didn't.
And this was during the day?
Yes.
Anybody drinking? Anybody using drugs?
No, ma'am.
All right, so you said you didn't have any money?
Yeah, I told them I had no money and I refused to give them anything. They kept insisting that I give them money, and when I refused, they began wrestling me onto the ground.
Both of them?
Mainly the witness at first, and then...
This witness?
Yes. And then...
Whose name is?
Jimmy.
What?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Do you have a last name?
Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
What do you do for a living?
Work at Frisch's.
What is that?
It's a restaurant in Cincinnati.
How long have you worked there?
About 4 months.
Who do you live with?
I live with my girlfriend.
For how long?
About a year now.
Just the two of you?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you doing out New Year's without your girlfriend?
Hey,
Hey, no, hey. The hey is not an answer. What were you doing out New Year's without your girlfriend?
she was with her family. She was with her mother and father.
Why weren't you together on New Year's Eve? That's a date night.
I mean, we was together earlier, but she had left and went
Why did
over-
she leave? Mr. Morgan,
She went over her mother's house.
you're not welcome over there?
Oh, yes, I was, but
Well, you think that you're going to have a happier New Year's Eve with him than with your girlfriend?
no, ma'am.
Were you just wrestling around with Mr. White?
I mean, he didn't want to push me on the ground. Like,
He pushed you?
yeah, he was...
Look at me. Look at me. Before he pushed you on the ground, tell me what happened.
This guy, he was trying to buy some ecstasy pills.
He's trying to buy drugs.
Yeah, he was trying to buy X. And like I told him, I ain't got it. I'm an athlete, I play football, you know? And like, he just kept on pressuring me and like asking me. Then like, he had pushed me. Then I was like, I pushed him back. Then like, you know, he pushed me again. I feel like that's how we started wrestling and stuff.
Okay. Now this is at Greg's house.
Right, at his mother's house.
Did you leave Greg's house before he did or after?
No, I left before him. Like, as soon as like the guy like broke it up, like I think Greg, he like pulled him off Then, like, I just got up because I had mud out, like, all over me. We was in the mud. Like, I just got up and just left.
And what time was this, Mr. Morgan?
It was, like, early in the day. I think it was, like, around, like, 4, maybe.
And what were you doing?
I wasn't present at that time, the first time. Well, I was there, but I wasn't involved in that. I was talking to some other friends. I was there for the second part of it. From
Greg's parents' house, where did you go?
We left and went to Greg's own apartment.
Who went?
Me, a few of my friends.
How many friends?
I believe there were 4 of us or 5 of us.
And you went over to Greg's too?
Yes.
What time?
Probably about 10 or 11, maybe.
At night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't you have a girlfriend?
I didn't have a girlfriend at that time.
Oh, but you had a girlfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're not with her a whole day and an evening. Who are you going to kiss New Year's? Him?
No, ma'am.
Didn't you feel badly about not being with your girlfriend?
I mean, we was kicking it out the whole, like, earlier that day.
You were what?
We was hanging out the whole, like, earlier that day. And, like, she had left and went over her mother's house, her people's house.
Sounds to me as if she wasn't happy with you about something.
I mean, yeah, she was cool. She just wanted to go kick it with her sisters and her mother and her father.
I understand what that means, as a matter of fact. I know that you think that I don't understand what that means, but I do understand what kicking it means.
We've been through this before.
Shh. All right, Mr. White, you want to tell me what happened? Your version, at least?
Well, first off, I've enlisted in the Navy. I wasn't asking for any pills. I wouldn't be asking for anything of that sort. We left and went to Greg's own apartment, and Greg told him they weren't welcome to come down there after what happened at his parents' house.
Where is Greg now?
He couldn't be here.
Why not?
I'm not sure. He wasn't at his apartment when this happened.
Where was Greg when this happened?
He was on his way down. He had to pick someone else before he came down. And I was sitting at Greg's apartment with my friend playing video games. When I got up to use the restroom, the two of them showed up unwelcomed and came in. When I walked out, they immediately saw me there and came up to me. I kept trying to walk away when I was thrown into a wall, and the defendant spit in my face.
Which one?
Matt. And
Mr. Zeiss.
Yes. So I immediately just walked away, tried to get away. I went for the door when the both of them threw me down on the couch, and then they began asking for my money again, which I told them that I didn't have it and to get away from me. And then the two of them started hitting me and punching me in the face, which I was trying to block away. And then ultimately, Mr. Zeiss turned around and kicked me in the eye. I have pictures. And,
okay, and that's how you were injured?
Yes.
Now, you're dying to tell me something, Mr. Morgan.
Like,
so look at me.
When we got there, this guy was drunk, slobbing on himself.
Greg told us.
That's not true.
Mr. White.
We was invited because Greg called and told us to bring a 12-pack of beer to his house to meet us there. I don't know what kind of world he's living in, but we get to Greg's house and he asks us, can you give me some X pills? Can you give me... He was asking him first. You know, I don't mess with that stuff, and he kept asking.
And like, I feel like insulted because, like...
One at a time, please.
Okay.
And we was trying to have a good time, you know, hang out, and he kept asking us. Finally, he comes up and says, here's $100. You come across any, you know, just bring it back, whatever. And he comes up and he's drunk and he's asking, you know, if we found anything. And he's you know, we're all drinking a little bit, and he starts going crazy, like, you know, swinging and throwing beer bottles and stuff, man, you know. And,
why would a bunch of guys choose to stay together New Year's Eve instead of be with their girlfriends?
No, it wasn't nothing like that.
What?
It wasn't nothing like that.
Nothing, it wasn't nothing like what? I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, he doesn't have a girlfriend. You don't have a girlfriend, I assume?
Not at the time.
You live with somebody.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I went to the doctor and they took x-rays and they found out it was fractured.
Probably don't remember how it happened because you was on drugs.
That's not true.
You're not talking to him, are you?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 17-year-old Daniel White says he was beaten up on New Year's Eve by Matthew Zeiss. Matthew claims Daniel was trying to score drugs that night.
Okay, let me see your pictures, let me see your medical bills, let me see your police report, let me see all your stuff.
Your Honor, I mean, they were out looking for trouble that night. I
think that you were probably all out looking for a little bit of trouble.
I have records here of them having previous felonious
We might have been out
assaults.
looking for trouble, but he was out looking for X pills.
That's not true.
Come on, dog, don't laugh.
Quiet.
Those right there, Your Honor, are just previous things that he's encountered. That's why I wanted nothing to do with them that night.
How'd you know previous things that I've encountered?
Yeah,
well, one of the things...
You don't even know me like that.
Everyone knows.
Come on,
Everyone does.
Mr. Zeiss, what they're giving me is a court view 2000, which indicates that you've got some history with your temper.
I've been in trouble before, but it was different circumstances.
Well,
I got
a
an
lot of
assault
different
charge.
circumstances.
Are you talking about the charges? My past history?
Yeah.
Well, I have an assault charge because I got in a fight at a festival because somebody was assaulting a girl and I stepped in and helped out.
You also have an outstanding stalking.
Stalking?
Yeah, motion for criminal
No, it's aggravated menacing is what I have. I got that because I was charged with a felony too, because felonious assault for fighting. And in order for that to get dropped down, I had to plead out to an aggravated menacing charge and an assault 1, misdemeanor 1. So I wouldn't have a felony 2 on my record.
So how
It
many
was just part
times
of the
have you
deal.
been arrested, Mr. Zeiss?
Twice. Nothing major.
Well, the assault was pretty major, sir. You had to take a plea so you wouldn't have a felony. And if you were charged with a felony, that means the injury that you caused was serious.
It wasn't serious injury, Your Honor.
Wasn't?
No.
I mean, they made a mistake?
I think they overcharged me.
That's what they all say. You had a pelvic fracture 3 weeks before this, sir?
Yes.
How did that happen?
I was experiencing pain in my lower thigh, and I went to the doctor, and they took x-rays, and they found out it was fractured. They could have very well further injured that, too.
Come on.
Probably don't remember how it happened because you was on drugs.
That's not true.
You're not talking to him, are you?
No.
So this injury happened, Mr. White, because during the course of this scuffling around with the two of them, he kicked you in the eye.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, when you were scuffling around with them, Mr. White, tell me what you were doing.
I was trying to free myself and just get away. I wasn't aggressing towards them in any way. I was just trying to merely escape myself.
When did you go to the hospital?
The day after. I spent all day in the hospital.
Can you explain to me why you waited until 5 days later to amend your statement that said that complainant states that after he refused to give the known suspect his money, they began punching him, kicked him in the eye, whereupon he gave them listed currency?
Yes.
Can you explain to me why you didn't tell that to the police the same day as you went to the hospital, which was the 1st of January?
I did tell them that, Your Honor.
No, this says supplementary narrative. That says on the 5th of January.
I told them the night we went that I was robbed also.
Do you have that report? I don't see that
It
report.
should be all in the same report, Your Honor.
Well, you can show it to me, sir. I'm going to give you back the packet that you gave me. Here you go. Yes.
Your Honor, when he came home New Year's Eve and I saw his eye, we went to the police department that night. We left right then and went to the district. They took pictures, took a report.
But I don't have that report.
It's listed as robbery here.
A robbery,
On the
a
incident
felony,
report.
second degree. We went to the police department that night and filed this report, not 5 days later.
Did you go back to the police on the 5th of January?
No, unless that's when I got the police report.
Oh.
But it says January 1st is when the police took the report, right here.
Thank you.
The police, when they took the report, he said he should be seen at the hospital.
Okay.
So that's why we went then the next day.
Now, what happened when you were taken into custody, Mr. Zeiss?
I was never taken into custody.
Did you speak to the police?
No, ma'am.
Never?
No.
Did you pursue this matter with the police?
No, we didn't. I spoke with his family, and they were begging us not to press charges because of his previous record. He would have been away for a while. They said they would pay the medical bills and any further damages that were required.
Who did you speak to?
I spoke to his mother and his stepfather.
You did or your mother did?
I did,
did,
and my
too.
mother did.
You did. You have a stepfather?
Yes.
Lives with your mother?
Yes.
You know about a conversation that they had with the White family about not pressing charges in this case? It's not an answer. That's very easy for me to find out.
They may have talked.
Don't tell me may. That's something that you would know.
He knows.
Mr. Zeiss, listen to me very carefully. That's something you would know. That's something that your mother and your stepfather would have had a conversation with you about.
Well,
Do you
I know.
understand?
I know. I didn't agree to.
I didn't ask you what you agreed to. I didn't ask that.
Yeah, they may have talked on the phone. Yes.
Don't say may, because it's very easy
Probably.
for me to find
Most
out.
likely, they have talked. Yes.
When you spoke to your parents, I assume you had a family discussion about what happened New Year's Eve. Is that correct?
That's correct.
When?
I think it was the day after, or it might have been a few days after.
How do you think they found out what happened New Year's Eve?
Because I told him, because when he gave us $100 to buy drugs, he flipped out at the end of the night, and that's when we got in the confrontation. I didn't get a chance to give it to him, because I don't need his money. I have a job. So I called Greg, and I told Greg to bring him to my house so I could give him his money. And he came to my house, and I gave him his $100 back.
Just a second. And you did that before or after Mrs. White spoke to your family?
Before I contacted him.
No. My friend Greg brought me over to his house to speak with his family because he told his mother and stepfather about it, and they were upset about it, and they wanted to resolve this. And Matt was present at the time when I spoke with his family. They agreed to pay the money that was taken from me, and then they also agreed to pay the medical bills.
To you?
Yes, and to my mother over the phone.
If we was going to take money, why would we turn around the next day and give it right back? If we was going to take money
I'll
from
tell you
somebody.
why. You know, when I spoke to Mrs. Zeiss, she begged me not to press charges because she said that he was on probation for 5 years. If we pressed charges, he would automatically go to jail. She begged, and she said, "We'll pay your hospital bills. We'll give you back your money that, you know." And his mother gave Daniel $100 that they took, not him, his mother.
I'm just curious. Why didn't you sue his parents, since they were the ones who made an agreement with you to pay the medical bills?
Because she told me Matt got a job, and he just got the job in February. He hasn't had that job a year. Because she told me over the phone. She said, Matt's finally got a job, and he will start paying you.
All right, Matt.
March 1st.
Shh, just a second. You said you'd been working for this moving company for a year.
Well, I'd go in and help out. I wasn't working full-time for a year. I just started working full-time, but I'd go in a few times a week and help out.
That's not what you told me.
It's been a year since I've been with the company.
That's not what you told me.
I told you I've been working for a year. I have been with the company for a year.
His mother said he just got the job a month ago.
It's easy to find out. I want to tell you, I really went back and forth. Now I'm ready to rule. You assaulted him. You'd had too much to drink. You'd been drinking all day.
I did
See
not.
that? There was no need for that.
Well, I didn't take pictures.
No reason. You didn't take pictures. You should have. And the reason the White family didn't press charges against you is because you got a lot of trouble here with the courts. And there is no question that if you were on probation on an assault, even a misdemeanor assault, and if you got busted again for a felony, you were going to state prison. No question. So I absolutely believe Mrs. White when she says that your family begged them not to pursue this and agreed to pay the medical bills. Now, how much were the medical bills?
Well, Your Honor, the hospital bill, my portion, because my insurance paid a bit of it, it was $760. And then I have the doctor's bill, which they called in a specialist to look at his eye, and I haven't received the doctor's bills. There was 5 doctors that looked at him that day. And we have to take him back in 6 months to have his eye rechecked.
You still with the same girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Sit down. I hope she rethinks her position. Well, Mr. Zeiss, you were very, very fortunate that the White family didn't pursue this because she could have been doing this as a prison hearing. You understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may sit in the matter of Jones versus Callahan. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats.
All right, this case is a little complicated, so let me go through the facts as I understand them. This is your brother?
Yes, ma'am.
For some reason which is unimportant at this moment, you went to jail.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had a car.
Yes.
The car was towed when
Yes,
you were
ma'am.
incarcerated. According to the complaint, your sister, who had formerly dated the defendant,
Yeah.
asked the defendant if he would pay the towing charges on the car and the impound fees on the car, and that when your brother got out of jail, he would repay him and he would give him the car back.
Yes.
Your brother got out of jail, and the defendant, stop playing with your papers, pay attention, because
Right.
maybe I'm getting something wrong. Your brother got out of jail, and the defendant, according to you, refuses to return the car.
Yes, ma'am. He refused to return any phone calls.
The defendant says that he did return the car, and he is counterclaiming. He says that you, Mr. Jones, stole a gun that belonged to him, and that you, Miss Jones, have a large screen television set that belongs to him in your home. Is that right?
That is correct.
And you want to be reimbursed for the towing fees that you paid for his car, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do you understand that?
No, but I'm waiting to see it unfold.
Okay. Well, I tried to simplify it. It was really very... Okay. When did you go to jail, sir?
November 1st of 2001.
How long were you there?
I was there for 4 months.
Okay. And you called the defendant. Were you still dating at the time?
Yes, we were.
What did you say to him?
I asked him if he would get the car out of impound for me because I could not afford it and that we would pay it back as soon as my brother was released from jail.
And what did he say?
He said, fine.
How much were the impound fees?
$538.
Now you tell me your version of the conversation that you had with her about getting the car out of impound.
She explained to me that while her brother was in jail, that I'd be able to get the car out of impound in place of the stolen gun.
No. Look at me. Look right here. She called you and said what?
She called me and told me there's a note here saying her brother will give you the car because of the stolen gun. So I said, well, okay, I'll accept that
I don't
offer.
agree with that.
Just a second. Who has this note? Do you have the note?
Actually, she has the note.
You have the note?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see it, please.
This is the contract we had on the car. He refused to sign it because he
Just
said
a second. Okay. Well, nobody signed this, and this doesn't say anything about a gun. What about this gun?
There was a gun that he claims was stolen out of my house. I have 2 minor children, this being one of them. My daughter is 2 years old. I had asked him numerous times not to bring a gun into my house.
Yes.
We went to visit my friend in the hospital, and when we came back, he told me that his gun was stolen out of my house, and I didn't even know it was still in there. I had told him over and over again not to leave a gun in my house with my minor children. So I don't really know what happened to the gun.
You said you saw a note where Mr. Jones here confessed to having stolen your gun?
Yeah, actually, it was in one of his letters that he sent while he was in jail.
Well, where is the letter?
Actually, she has it.
You have a letter?
I don't have any with me. I have just...
Did you get a letter from your brother with regard to a stolen
My brother
gun?
sent me a letter saying if it was possible for me to please get out his car out of impound fees. He didn't care what I had to do it, to just get it out. I told him then I would ask Jimmy to get the car out of impound for me, and that when Matt got released from jail that he would then pay for the car because I didn't want anything to
I have that information. I'm asking you about a note with regard to his confessing that he stole a gun.
No, ma'am.
Did you take his gun?
No, I didn't. I have talked to numerous detectives as well in this case, and they acquitted me of the charges, and they don't feel that I've taken it, so...
Taken it.
Taken it, sorry.
Detectives don't acquit you. They just have to have evidence in order to
They drop
arrest
the
you.
case.
They dropped the
In any
case.
event, there's no proof that he took the gun.
Exactly.
Sounds logical to me, sir, very logical to me, that your girlfriend would call and ask you to do this for her, and that you would return the car. But your defense is that you returned the car. Tell me about that.
Actually, on January 8th, she gave me a call, threatened me, saying that if I don't return the car within a couple days, that her and her brother would come looking after me. That weekend on the
don't agree with that
on the
either.
12th.
Don't speak unless I'm looking at you.
That weekend on the 12th, I told one of my friends to help escort me to drop off this VW Jetta to Don Marie's residence. So eventually, he drove his Toyota, and I drove the Jetta to her house. We dropped off the keys in the mailbox, which is in front of her doorway. And for the reason I did not make contact to her, she has filed a stalking charge on me prior to these occasions.
Okay. Did you report the car stolen?
No, they told us we had to take it to small claims court and get it back.
He doesn't have it.
But he did have it, and he had it at the time, and he had never dropped it off to my house.
How do you
ever.
know that?
Because if I'm not home, somebody else is there.
I don't know whether somebody else is there or not. He doesn't have the car. And he certainly can't use the car because he doesn't have any proof of ownership. He can't have it insured. So I suggest you call and report the car stolen because he doesn't have it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Perfect. Now, you can have the car back, but you still owe him some money because he got the car out of impound. You promised to pay him back. Why didn't you pay him back?
We've made a number of chances to try and contact him. In the stalking order that he was suggesting, I went with her to the court. We ended up dropping the stalking order, saying we just want the car back, then we can all go our own separate ways. He refused to contact us. He refused to call us. He says that he's not doing the deal no more. We have the money, and we've offered to pay him several times.
Well, he certainly can't sell the car without a certificate of title, which leads me to believe that unless he's just merely being vindictive and dumped it in a lake or something, which I have no proof of, that it has absolutely no value to him whatsoever.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Dawn Jones says ex-boyfriend James Callahan refuses to return her brother's car. Dawn says when her brother Matthew was arrested, James got the car out of impound and never gave it back.
Okay. Now tell me about this big screen TV.
All right, I have the receipt here. On 10/8/01, I went down to Circuit City with her son to purchase a TV. For the reason is our TV that she had at the time was not reasonable. So we eventually purchased a 27-inch flat-screen Panasonic TV. I do have other things in her house, and I could not receive that. I couldn't bring
Just a minute. We're not there yet. The TV that she had was not a good one, so you went with her son and bought a TV and brought it to her house.
Correct.
What makes you think this is your TV?
I actually purchased it.
I don't care if you purchased it. If you purchased it and made a gift to her, then it's not yours. I don't care if you purchased it. All right, let me hear your version of the TV.
Thank you, okay. He was liking to flash money around everywhere he went. He was flashing money in my face. He also was, giving me...
TV.
Several gifts, okay? He gave me the TV. He put it in my name. I have the receipt.
I want you to tell me.
He left the house one day. He came back with this huge TV, and I said, what are you doing? I cannot pay you for this TV. He said, don't worry, Marie. It's a gift. You can have it. I'm not going to take it from you or your kids. Here's my son, who was with him when he went to the shopping.
Let me see the receipt.
Those are receipts for everything he's countersuing me for.
No, I'm not interested in everything. I'm just interested in the TV.
All right.
sold to Dawn Jones.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, when you give a gift, you don't take it back, sir. The relationship didn't work out. It doesn't mean you get the TV back. What you do get back is the $538 that you laid out for the towing fees for the VW. That's what you get back, period. You go to the police and take care of your car.
Will do.
Good. Have I resolved that? Did you understand it?
I understood it perfectly.
Perfect, thank you. Goodbye, have a happy life.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I don't know what his problem is, but he is severely mental.
There are certain times where if you're really nice, you let your guard down, people will, intend to take advantage of that.
He broke into my house and woke me up while I was sleeping, doing nasty things.
She's in distress right now, and she's trying to, make me look bad.
He's psycho. He's psycho.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Bullock versus Green. Step forward, please.
25-year-old student Corus Bullock is suing former friend, 25-year-old student Ernest Green, for breaking his windshield in a drunken fit.
Mr. Bullock, the defendant is or was a friend or acquaintance of yours, and according to your complaint, you gave him a ride home from someplace when he was drunk. He went crazy in your car and did damage to the windshield of your car. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so tell me when this happened.
On January 19th, it was a Monday, it was, because of the Martin Luther King event that was going on in St. Pete, Florida.
Okay, tell me how it came to be that he was in your car.
It came to be because I gave Mr. Green a call that evening asking him what he was doing for that day, because I had just met Mr. Green probably about a week before that. And he was like, give me a call sometime and, we'll hang out or whatever. So I gave him a call and I asked him, what he was doing for that day, and he was telling me about the event that was going on in St. Pete. So I asked him, would he like to go? And he was like, yes, we can go down there.
Okay, and was he drinking at the time?
At the time that I picked him up, no, he wasn't.
Well, when did he start to drink?
He started to drink on our way to the event because...
in the car?
Yes, ma'am.
And according to you, he was drunk at the time he did this damage to your car?
I wasn't actually drunk. I had drunk some drinks, but I was not drunk, to be honest.
I'm going to get to you in a minute. Go ahead.
Well, he actually hadn't started drinking until we was on our way to the event. He asked me to stop at the liquor store on our way to the event. And he offered, me if I wanted anything I drink. I was like, no, I'm fine, So I was like, we'll stop and get you something. So as we stopped and got him something on our way to the trip, he had started drinking or whatever.
What was he drinking?
I can't recall the actual name of the beverages.
I was drinking cognac.
Cognac?
Cognac.
What time in the morning was this?
It was not in the morning.
What time was it?
It was around 7 o'clock.
In the evening?
In the evening.
And what kind of an event were you going to?
We went to a parade. Also,
Just a second. You were going to celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday?
Oh, yeah. I was not drunk. I mean, I'd had some drinks.
Pay attention to my question. You were going to celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday, and you decided that the appropriate tribute to Martin Luther King was to drink cognac.
Yeah, actually,
just pay attention to my question. The appropriate tribute to this leader was to drink cognac on your way to the parade.
No, actually, that wasn't it. Actually, Mr. Bullock had a couple drinks earlier, too.
I'm talking about you.
Hold on, Your Honor, that's a false statement. I didn't have anything to drink.
Shh, just a second.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm talking to him. Now I'm not talking to you anymore. Let's get to the windshield, please.
Yes, ma'am. Earlier that day, I got a call from one of my other friends who was telling me that he was throwing a little private party at an after-hour event. So after we left the Martin Luther King event, on our way back, I told Mr. Green about the event. He asked me, could he come? And at the time, I knew he had been drinking or whatever, and I was like, well, we'll take you home first, and then I'll come back and get you. And then he made a statement that he wasn't ready to go home because he knew if he went home, his girlfriend would not let him back out.
Excuse me, Your Honor, that was not true.
So
when I took him there or whatever, I said, well,
you took him to the party.
Right.
It wasn't an event. It was a party, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, so let's not say event. We went to a party, and you took him to the party. Did he continue to drink at the party?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
We haven't gotten to the windshield yet. When are we going to get to the windshield? I'm losing
we're getting
patience.
to the windshield right now, ma'am.
Good.
All right. Well, we were at the party. That's when he started getting a little belligerent, and one of the actual bouncers saw that his attitude was rude towards some of the females in the club, that he was grabbing on them and harassing the women. And he said, "You're all going to have to take him home." And I said, "That's not a problem." I said, "I'll take him home." On our way going down the interstate, Mr. Green's attitude had really changed. I mean, he had started getting very rude, loud. He had started, saying some obscene things.
Where was he sitting?
He was sitting in the passenger seat.
Excuse me, Your Honor, that's not my character.
Just a second.
It's not my character.
Don't interrupt. All right, so he's rude, he's belligerent, he's using bad language. Get to the windshield.
So we were approximately about a block from his home, and he had just started really getting loud, and before I knew it, he had started swinging at the windshield like this, going like this. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And before I knew it, I looked up and my windshield was cracked. And we was about a block from his home.
And he cracked the windshield with his what?
With his fist.
Do you have a picture?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
I'd like to see it, please.
Judge, if I broke a windshield or cracked a windshield, I'm pretty
Am
sure.
I looking in your direction, Mr. Green?
Okay, sure.
What time was this that you took him home?
It was about 12:30. I'm going on about 1:45.
And you picked him up at what time?
I picked him up about 6 o'clock, 6:30.
What time did you get to the liquor store?
We made it to the liquor store about 6:45.
So he started to drink cognac at 6:45?
Yes, ma'am.
And it would be fair to say that he drank from 6:45 until about 12:30 or 1:45?
Yes, ma'am. No, it wasn't, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, Mr. Green,
Yes, ma'am.
listen to me very carefully,
Yes,
sir.
I can.
You remember going home in the car with Mr. Bullock?
Of course I do.
Good.
I
Tell
was
me what happened.
no kind of way was I out of sync. Yes, I had some drinks, but that's no kind of way to say that someone's drunk.
Let me ask you this. You're at the club, and everybody is having a good time at the club?
We all had a good time at the club.
Great.
So, but no kind of way did I act out of character.
Okay. So. Did you ask Mr. Bullock to take you home at about 12:30 or 1:45?
Yes, I did ask him to take me home.
Tell me what you said to him when you asked him to take you home.
Well, I felt myself getting a little bit out of sync.
What does that mean, out of sync?
Out of sync means when you had one too many drinks, then you're just ready to go home.
Okay, so you felt as if you had too much to drink.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I have that kind of judgment. So, I mean, no, that's how I know. No kind of way could I have broken his windshield.
Shh, I didn't ask windshield yet. I'm not there, Mr. Green. So it's your testimony that you're at the club, and you were drinking at the club.
Of course I drank.
And that you felt as if you were a little out of sync.
Exactly.
So you said, would you please drive me home?
Exactly.
Because you were being responsible.
Exactly.
Is that right, Mr. Bullock?
No, ma'am, that statement is false.
Of course it's false. Are you suggesting to me, Mr. Green, that the proprietor of this club didn't ask that you leave?
I never had anyone come up to me saying, I want you to leave.
You weren't behaving in any way that was irregular, a little bit high or a little bit inebriated at the club?
Well, a little bit intoxicated, of course. That's the reason why I was ready to go home, of course. But I don't
So you
act
were
out of
acting
character.
a little bit drunk?
No, I'm not drunk, of course. When you're drunk, you're like falling down or something on the floor. I was not drunk.
Not everybody falls down on the floor, sir. Some people are drunk and they continue to stand up.
I know
See, what
I'm
I
drunk.
find unusual, Mr. Green, is if you're at the club and you're drinking and you're having a good time and you're really not drunk and you're dancing and everybody else is staying at the club, it takes a person of very strong character to say, I've had a little too much to drink. Would you please drive me home?
You don't believe that that can happen?
It can happen.
Okay.
Unless there's a broken windshield. Go ahead.
I don't exactly know how the windshield was broken. I think that Mr. Bullock may have went out somewhere else after he dropped me off and something happened to his car and he's trying to pin this on me.
And he's just blaming it on
I
you.
believe that might have been what happened, but I don't. I break a windshield. What reason would I have if someone I just met to break their windshield?
Especially someone who has been very nice to you. Gave you a
Exactly.
call, said, come on, let's go spend the day. We'll go
Exactly.
down to the parade, then you can come to a party with me afterwards, right?
That is correct.
So you think that someone who acted like a person who wanted to be your friend would drop you off and then something would happen to his windshield and then he would say to himself, I'm going to blame Mr. Green for this.
What other reason would I have to come on this show and prove myself if I knew I was guilty?
It's possible, Mr. Green, that you don't remember breaking his windshield, that you were so drunk you don't remember.
Well, I just explained to you that I wasn't drunk.
Of course you were drunk. You had been drinking for over 5 hours.
No, I wasn't. I just said
Cognac, not a little beer.
I was not drinking over 5 hours now.
Sure you were.
You be in a hospital, you drink for over 5. You be in like intox or something.
Well, that's what we're saying, Mr. Green, because after the first 5 or 6, you don't remember. You just want that buzz to continue. What kind of damage was done to your car, Mr. Bullock?
Besides the windshield, ma'am, that was it.
Okay, and how much did it cost you to have it fixed?
The list price was $325.
I asked you how much it cost you to have it fixed.
I only paid $144.45.
All right. Mr. Green, just add this $144.25 to the cost of the bottle of cognac. Judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
On the calendar in the matter of Vickers versus Ruffin. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Mr. Vickers, it is your claim that the defendant, who is your former girlfriend, vandalized your car, which was being driven by your present girlfriend. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't see this. You didn't witness any of this.
No, ma'am.
So let's see. What date did this occur?
It happened on August 2nd going into August 3rd, probably about 12:30 or so. So I guess August 3rd, 2001.
And according to your complaint and the defendant's answer, you and the defendant have a child together. Is that right?
Yes.
A boy?
Yes.
How old?
He's 3.
And you live in different states?
Yes.
The defendant had driven to where you live with your son for the purpose of talking and you spending some time with your son. that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And she drove down to where you lived on August 2nd.
Yes.
According to you, you stayed home for the day, spent some time with your son, but when he went to sleep, you left him with his grandfather?
Yes, ma'am.
And went out?
Yes.
For the evening?
Right.
I assume at some point you saw your present girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the present girlfriend?
Yes.
And at some point you exchanged cars with her. You took her car, she took your car because she wanted to drive your new car.
Yes.
And then you came home.
Yes, ma'am.
About what time did you get home?
I probably got home about 1 a.m.
But you were alone?
I was alone, yes.
And what happened when you got home?
When I got home, I was driving another vehicle. So the defendant wouldn't have recognized me because I was in a car that she wasn't familiar with. I drove down my street and I saw someone sitting on my front porch, but I didn't know who the individual was sitting on the front porch because I hadn't been expecting anyone. I made a right-hand turn, drove down a little bit, turned around and parked the vehicle, got out of the vehicle, and walked up to my house. And when I walked up, I recognized that it was her. She asked me where our son was. I told her that he was inside with his grandfather. She made a couple statements about how can I go out and leave my son with his grandfather when she drove all the way from Cleveland, Ohio to bring him with me. But the purpose of my leaving out was just, I was only out probably for a half hour or so. My father was there. He was responsible for the child at the time, just to take my vehicle and exchange it. And I came right back.
Totally unnecessary, by the way.
Okay.
Totally unnecessary. Not necessary for your girlfriend to drive your car when you have a son who you hadn't seen in how long?
Probably
about
2 weeks or so.
4 months.
4 months.
Hadn't seen him in 4 months.
Okay. So it was totally unnecessary for you to go out that evening. How long was he going to be there?
He was going to be there for the weekend.
So for the weekend, you give up the girlfriend, especially the girlfriend who has to have a new car to drive. So you can understand why she's mad. If you don't understand why she's mad, I'm going to tell you that I understand why she was mad.
Okay.
Okay? Let's start with that. You have an absolute right to be annoyed. You drove down so he could spend some time. You come back, you don't know whether he's gone for a half hour, 4 hours, 3 hours, all
Actually,
you know.
I know how long. He was gone about 2 hours, an hour and a half.
Probably that long.
Yeah, because I was there, and I knew exactly where my son was because I had spoken to his father. I was in the house, and I'd been there for quite some time.
And he was gone.
And he was gone, yes.
So you were really annoyed, and I really understand that. And if he doesn't, what can I tell you? Okay, so you had a verbal confrontation with her, and what happened?
The conversation turned where it became a physical confrontation now. She grabbed me in the collar, ripping my shirt. And I went into the house and called 911 and asked 911 to send an officer out to my home. So as I'm on the phone, I'm continuing trying to keep her at bay from further attacking me. So I hung up the phone from 911 and she continued to come after me. So I grabbed her and I put her down on the ground and she just totally ripped my shirt off. Now, at that time, I got up, she took her belt off and began slinging her belt crazy. I ran back into the house, called 911 again, asking them to hurry up and send a police officer out to my address. By this time, I'm inside waiting for the police officer to come, and she's standing outside. When the police finally arrive, I come out, I tell the police officer what had happened and that I had placed a call. And she told the police officer that she wanted her son. I didn't have any objections to that. I told the police officer that she can have the son. Matter of fact, they could go up and get the child.
Was he awake or asleep?
Oh, he was asleep. The police officer informed both of us that since this was a domestic issue, that both of us could go to jail and the child would be put into foster care. So at that point, I didn't want that. Yeah. So I just went into the house, and her and the police officer remained outside and talked for a little while. She came back up, the police officer came back up, they went upstairs, got the child, and she and the police officer and the child left. I went back upstairs to go to bed, and that was the last time that I saw her.
Okay. Now, who witnessed the vandalizing of your car?
Both of these individuals here.
Step up, please. Tell me your name.
Jacqueline McLaren.
All right, Mr. McLaren. You're driving his car.
Yes.
What happened later that evening?
As I was driving his car, me and my friend was going to go to a party. It was an after party we were invited to.
An after party?
Yes. It was later than a normal party. We were outside for a while on the opposite side of the party, on the opposite side of the street. Then we made a U-turn, and as I was getting ready to do a parallel park, a black sedan pulled up beside us. And it was on my driver's side, and the person, Miss Ruffin, was looking at me, and she looked upset. And at first I didn't know who it was, and I was like, you know, who's this person? What's wrong with her? Why is she looking at me? Then I recognized her from some pictures that I had seen. And I said, oh, that's his son's mother. And she just kept looking at us, looking upset, and then she pulled up in front of me as if to cut me off, and then made a U-turn in the middle of the street and took off in the opposite direction.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jacqueline McLaren says she was driving her boyfriend's SUV when it was vandalized by his ex-girlfriend, Alice Ruffin. Jacqueline's boyfriend, Daryl Vickers, is suing for the cost to replace his rear window.
All right, Mr. McLaren. What kind of car were you driving?
It was a Montero, a truck.
What color?
Silver.
That was his truck?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So at that time, I decided that I wasn't going to park the car where I originally planned on parking it. So then I pulled up to the intersection, made another U-turn, and parked on the opposite side of the truck. When I parked, I stepped out of the truck and I noticed two gentlemen were standing outside, and this guy right here. And then I said, are you going to be out here for a while? And he said, yes.
Did you know him before?
No, I didn't, no. And I said, well, can you do me a favor and keep an eye on this truck? And he said, no problem. So then I went inside to the party, and when I got in, I just didn't feel right. I just didn't feel comfortable. So I kept looking out the window, like every now and then checking on the truck. I said maybe 20, 25 minutes. I noticed this young lady, she had something in her hand and she threw it at the back of the truck. And, you know, I stood there for a minute, you know, looking at it like, oh my goodness. And then I left the window, went to go get my girlfriend, and I told her what happened. So we left to go downstairs, and someone saying, who's in here driving a silver truck? You need to go outside and check on your truck. As I got outside, I saw him, and he said, this lady just threw a brick in your truck.
Okay, tell me your name, sir.
My name is Joe Lewis.
Did you know any of these people before?
No.
Tell me what you observed that night. And about what time was it?
I want to say about 12, more like 12:40.
What did you see?
I just came out of the store. Me and my cousin were talking. He lived directly across the street. She had said, when she had got out the truck, she said, if you guys are going to be standing here for a moment, you know, can you look
Keep an
at the
eye
truck?
on the truck.
Right. I say about 15 minutes later, I saw a black car pull down a side street. Young lady got out of the car. She walked towards the back of the vehicle. I didn't know she had an object in her hand, but all you heard was psh. You heard a big splash noise. Me and my cousin looked at each other like, his windows just got busted. From there, she jetted back to her automobile. She did a U-turn.
Describe the automobile she was driving.
I just know it was black, four-door sedan, had like white tan plates. Wasn't a New York State tags.
Did you recognize the lady?
Not really.
Could you identify her?
The clothing that she had on, her hair could have been...
What kind of clothing did she have on?
Like light-colored pants, could be pink, could be white.
Did you see if there was anybody else in the car?
No.
Couldn't see, or you didn't notice?
Didn't notice.
Didn't notice whether there was a child in the back of the car?
No, because she pulled off on the side street.
She pulled off on the side street and then came over to the car?
Walked right behind the truck.
And then just left?
Walked back to her car and pulled out.
So you couldn't tell me, as you were standing here today, if this is the young lady who did it?
From across the street? Mm-mm.
Okay. But you recognized her?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming today. Okay, Ms. Ruffin, let me hear you.
Okay, well, I am here today, and I just want to say that I did not do what Mr. Vickers is saying that I did. Mr. Vickers is strapped for cash because I filed child support, and he's very, very, very bitter.
He may be very, very bitter. He's talking about an incident that occurred where he says you were so angry that you threw a rock at his car.
Okay, well, I didn't do it, and...
I think you did.
You think I did it?
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Oh, I think you did it.
All right.
I think you may have felt at that moment that you had the right to do it. You had the right to do something. If it wasn't throwing a rock at his head, you decided to do his car instead, because the closest thing to a man is usually his car. And if you couldn't get him, you were going to get his car. You behaved very badly that night, Miss Ruffin. Not just with the car, even before the car at his house. I can understand that you were angry.
What did I do at his house?
You became physical with him.
No. He became physical with me.
Really? Why would he call the police if he became physical with you?
Okay, let me just go back to the story that he said. I went to his family reunion and I saw him there. That was probably the second time that I'd ever seen his vehicle, so he says. When he left his family's get-together, he said, I'm going back home and I'm going to bed. You can come by later if you want to talk.
You mean that was on August 2nd?
This was on August 4th. This was Saturday, because I left early that morning. This was Friday night. Saturday morning.
Okay.
When I left the family reunion, I went over to a girlfriend's house who was having a bridal shower that weekend, and I sat with them for a while. And they were going out, and I was.
Just tell me what happened when you got back to his house and you found he wasn't there and you waited for him.
Okay, when I got back to his house, I sat. I talked to his father for a little bit.
Fine, you talked to his father. He finally came home. What I want to know is he finally came home.
Okay, well, this is why I'm going to tell you this, because I was sitting on his porch. I had just called a phone number that his brother had given me and said it was his cell phone. I called the phone, and a female answers. And I said, well, may I speak to Fahim? That's what I call him. And she says, who is this? I said, oh, no, who is this? She said, this is Jackie. I said, well, I'm looking for Fahim. And I hung up the phone. About 10 minutes later, he comes storming around the corner. And no, I wouldn't have recognized him because I didn't even see him get out of a vehicle. And he comes storming around the corner, get your stuff, get your things, get your son, get out my house. So when I proceeded to walk, I got up and I walked over to him. He slapped my glasses off my face. I can't see a thing without them. And he attacked me. But then I thought it was rather cruel for him to call 911 and say that I was attacking him and that I had a weapon.
Are you telling me you didn't take your belt off?
Oh, yeah, I took my belt off. Because I can't beat him. Look at him. Look at him. He hit me. He busted my lips.
That day, he busted your lip?
That night.
That night? Let me see the police report.
We didn't file one because they said we can't. They said if we filed a police report.
Did you bust her lip?
No, I didn't.
I don't believe he busted your lip at all.
I had blood all over my clothes.
If you had blood all over your clothes that was yours, they would have arrested him. Okay, Miss Ruffin, did you go to the hospital that night?
Yes, no, I went to the hospital when I returned home because I don't know anything about that.
You have a report from the hospital when you returned home?
I didn't bring it.
Your Honor, she lived in Rochester for over 10 years. She's more than familiar with the procedures of going to the hospital.
Okay, but I don't believe that you assaulted her, sir. I don't believe that you assaulted her. I believe she lost her temper.
I've never hit this man in my life until that night. He's always hit me.
Right. Can I see the bill for the car, please? What? She busted a car window. That's not $2,000 worth of damage.
She busted a rear window, broke all of the decals. She did a lot of damage to the vehicle. It was a rather big brick. She did a lot of damage. I also have other pictures that would indicate when she threw the brick through the rear window, there was a bottle of bleach in the back cargo area of my vehicle. And the brick bust the top of the bottle of bleach, spilling the bleach all over the back of the vehicle.
What year car is this, sir?
It was a 2001. It was a brand new vehicle. I had just bought it.
Had you ever told her that you just bought a new car?
No, I didn't.
Did you know he had just bought a new car?
No,
you told me you'd seen it twice.
Right. He took my son to the barber shop, and we were talking outside the shop. He pointed up the street and said, "That's my new car." I was afraid to tell you.
So you knew he had a new car?
Well, he told me then, yeah.
Okay. Had you been paying Mr. Vickers regular child support for your son?
Pardon me?
Let me see if I can find words that will better, translate to you. Have you been paying regular child support for your son?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
How much?
About $643 a month.
Since when?
February of 2001.
Okay.
Since May. I filed for child support in February of 2001, and the first time he received money out of his check was in May.
Were you in court when they made the child support order?
No, Your Honor.
You were not?
No, ma'am.
Well, you chose not to appear.
Yes, I did choose not to.
Oh. So, Mr. Vickers, if you chose not to appear when you were summoned to court, then they made the order without you.
Yes.
And then you didn't pay it for a while.
No, I paid it.
No. You didn't pay it for a while because if you chose not to appear in court, then they made the order, they had to transmit it to you.
Yes.
Now it's being taken out of your salary?
Yes.
All right, so it just started to be taken out of your salary effective when?
Probably April of 2001.
She says
It was
May.
at the end of May. It was at the end of May.
So that she started to get the money in May.
Right.
Okay. Now, you said you took him back to court for more child support?
No, I did not. What happened was he said that it was illegal that they were taking that amount of money out of his pay, and I guess he filed for misrepresentation of fact. So in September, we had another court appearance. We had a court appearance, and that's where this young lady may have seen me or my vehicle, but I know that she was with him.
Just a second. Did they modify the order?
No, they didn't.
They left it at 6:43?
Yes.
Did he appear at that court?
Yes, he appeared at that time.
Sure. Didn't appear the first time. Did you think it would just go away if you didn't appear?
I thought so, yes.
You thought wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you pay for the car every month?
$398 a month.
So you pay $400 a month for your new car, plus insurance and stuff?
Yes.
And so you pay almost as much for your car as you pay for your child?
No, my monthly car insurance is about $120 a month.
So that's $520. You pay $643 for your son. $643 also includes some arrears, right?
There was $1,800 in arrears.
Right. So it's not $643. It's really less than $643. They just tacked on an amount for arrears.
Yes. Right.
So I'm right.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
pay as...
Great!
Welcome to New Mexico. You want this smoke? Welcome to Alabama.
Hot-boiled peanuts. Get your hot-boiled peanuts right here. Man, you best back up. Don't step on my Jordans.
Welcome to Connecticut. Welcome to Massachusetts.
I owed him a...
You want this smoke?
Give me that Gucci. Give me that Fendi.
Here in Allentown, and we're living here in Allentown.
All right, listen. If you don't know anything about Texas, sit tight for 1 minute. Texas, the only state where the moment you enter, you feel like you just walked into some expensive Red Dead Redemption DLC. For real! The bulls there walk around with more confidence than you walking into an exam you didn't study for. You'll find one standing at your front door like, "Howdy? Got any salt?" And the people? Bro, Texans are built different. A tornado coming at them at 200 kilometers per hour. Instead of running, they pull out their phone and go, "All right, y'all, this is today's tornado. Rated out of 10. And the weather? No, prepare yourself. Morning, 5 degrees. Noon, 40. Afternoon, rain, night, snow. And a Texan is standing there in shorts like, "It's a little warm today." A truck so tall it's the same height as your apartment door. And the distances, man, you go out to buy bread and somehow end up traveling through 3 different states with...
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot?
What if California became an independent country? Imagine this scenario. California is made up of 58 counties, including Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, and Sacramento. Each county has its own economy, culture, and unique character. Its economy exceeds $3 trillion, making it stronger than most countries in the world. Its people are among the most innovative and highly educated globally, and it is home to major companies like Apple, Google, and Microsoft, creating technologies that reshape our lives every day. Despite being a single region, it has major ports, advanced industries, and global political influence. From the golden beaches of Los Angeles to the technology hubs of Silicon Valley, from Hollywood's film industry to research centers in Sacramento and San Francisco, California combines wealth, innovation, and power into a force few can match, a massive economic, scientific, and cultural powerhouse. Could California stand as an independent nation and shift the balance of global power?
This place is magnificent.
My daddy's got a BMW. Well, my daddy got a Mercedes.
just like the water.
Good place to live. Traffic is real.
Mind the gap.
you next time.
The ocean is calm, but a seagull's...
Oyster farming is tough, but the seagulls steal more than their share.
No manches.
Hello. I'm trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Cheers for that!
Good day, Nick.
Entonces, ¿de qué se trata? ¿Somos tontos o no? No, señores.
¡Aguacate barato! Si no te gusta, al menos sirve para la foto.
Are you American?
In the heart of North America lies Mexico, a land full of enchanting natural beauty, towering mountains, lush green forests, and stunning beaches with clear, turquoise waters. As the sun rises, the mountains begin to glow and the forests come alive. Birds sing among the trees, and wildlife moves in beautiful harmony. Waterfalls and rivers flow gently through the land, adding a special kind of magic to the scenery. Mexico is not just a country. It is a natural masterpiece where mountains, forests, and the sea come together in a breathtaking view.
Tommy gun!
A few moments later, a few inches later, 2 hours later, 1. A few moments later.
Tapatío con queso, guacamole.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
broken Judy.
Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Essa é a Mel Baia, e ela sempre gostou de furar os olhos de suas amigas.
C'est pas la petite bête qui mange la grosse, c'est pour faire parler les bavards. Si on te demande, tu diras que t'en sais rien. Bah dis donc, c'est ça qu'on t'apprend à l'école.